Hello once again, good people, and welcome back to another prediction video. Before I get into the content, I would just ask the usual that you would share, like, hit the bell notification, and most importantly, if you're watching, you might as well subscribe. You're just pressing a button and that would help me out tremendously. I'm going on another, what I call a blitz. That means putting out more videos. I hope blitz is the right word, but I'm going to try to put out more content over a short period of time. Sometimes my work schedule and personal life, it just gets so crazy. So not complaining, just explaining. So the fight that I'll be covering in this video comes by way of request. And I think this is the first fight that this channel requested. And it's at 913 Boxer. At 913 Boxer. I thank you for your requests and for participating in the channel, and I welcome you. And the fight they wanted me to cover is a common fantasy fight that people talk about. I'm surprised I haven't covered it yet. I had to go through my videos to make sure that I haven't covered it, and that is Roberto Hands of Stone Duran versus Manny Pacquiao. Now, I believe that Roberto Duran was at his best at 135, and Pacquiao was at his best at 147. In my opinion. So I'm going to take the easy way out and say that this fight takes place at any common weight. Just kind of use your imagination, and I'm going to give the best breakdown I can. Manny Pacquiao versus Roberto Duran. And both of these fighters have a lot of advantages going in. It just depends on who can utilize their advantage. Roberto Duran, his power and his jab. And as great as Pacquiao is, the jab is his kryptonite. And that's the case with a lot of speed fighters and with a lot of volume punchers. A well-timed jab normally stops all of that. So that's something that Pacquiao would definitely have to be wary of. And the power of Duran. And if Duran connected clean on Pacquiao, then I believe that it will be an early night. It definitely would be an early night. And Roberto Duran had great timing, and he was a great counterpuncher. That's something else that's given Pacquiao trouble over his career. And as far as Manny Pacquiao, his speed is his advantage, of course. His hand speed, his volume punching, his footwork, his step around game. And what I've observed from Roberto Duran throughout his career is elusive, fast fighters normally give him trouble. Now, the danger for Pacquiao is Roberto Duran could catch him in between those exchanges, and that would most likely be Roberto Duran's game plan, is to catch him between the exchanges. But Pacquiao could possibly overwhelm him with activity and volume, especially if Roberto Duran doesn't come in shape and at his absolute best. So this is sort of a hard one. And a few years ago, I would have went with Pacquiao easily. But the more you watch boxing, the more knowledge you gain, and the more you look at things objectively, you just see different things. You really do. Now, Pacquiao could win this fight, but I'm not as sure as I was before. So his speed, his hand speed, his step around game, he could possibly frustrate Duran. But Pacquiao doesn't have the best chin as far as fighting pure power punchers. And if Marquez could catch him the way that he did, just imagine the damage that Roberto Duran could do. Now, Roberto Duran doesn't have Marquez's speed and reflexes, but he did have that timing. And as we're finding out nowadays, watching fighters like Terrence Bud Crawford, you can even say Mayweather, and just several other fighters, that timing is a beast. That timing is a beast. Let me throw Tank in there. And when you're fighting a guy or gal or girl with great timing, you know, you're in danger of getting caught at any time. I mean, that timing is just everything, and I can't say it enough. And I must admit that sometimes I flip-flop in my opinions, but like I said, you just learn so much and you see different things over time. So as I mentioned, I thought Pacquiao would outspeed and out-hustle Roberto Duran a few years ago. But my mind has changed. And I just think the power, the timing, and the jab would bother Pacquiao too much. So I see Roberto Duran stopping Pacquiao late in this fight. He's going to catch him between the exchanges. He's going to slow down his activity and his punch output with his jab. So Roberto, hands of stone, Duran by late stoppage. Those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next video.